Hello and welcome to another review of There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover Unless episode 9. Now, I want to make sure that we're on the same page here on Labor Day weekend. Labor Day, just to express the love of this Yuri anime. And I feel like a legit argument that this show needs to be reckoned more. Like with Turkey and all that stuff. This show is downright Yuri harem on a whole different stratosphere, to a point that we're covering another arc in this 12th episode. In this 12th episode is Seina Ajisai. Now, we call it Seina or Ajisan. You know what you call it, whatever you call it, it's there. Excuse the glariness that is. This is a bright sunny day to talk about videos. Now, last week was Satsuki's arc. Satsuki's arc was amazing. Her arc was so amazing that she finally accomplished her goal, and that's beating Mai. So now we go into Seina's arc. Now, for those of us who have not watched this show or covering this show, Ajisai, or Seina, whatever you call her, Seina's kind of easy. Seina, she is the purest of the group. You got to think about it. Out of all the girls in this series, she is the purest, brightest character of the series. It's like you walk through that door, she'll bring a glow. She'll bring energy. She'll bring a glow throughout all of it. She don't have to say nothing. Moment you walk into that door, it's like your heart. That's what people feel. Now everybody, I know people want to ship Seina and Ren together. Me personally, if I was to look at all the ships that's going on right now, this ship is top 2. While I ship Mai and Ren's ship, while I do ship that, by the way. I'm sorry. Yeah, Mai and Ren's ship, I do ship that. Seina and Ren's ship, it's getting that to that point where it's right there. It's legit right there. And you can't even put a price on it. That ship is fire. But she's like one of those danderes who so nice that deep down she has something in it, and I love it. And that ain't stopping me from talking about this. So without further ado, let's get right to it. The review of this show. There's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless episode 9, because last week was this, but now we're going to her. This is it. Okay, so Seina, we gotta go. Let me start with a big old introduction here. Seina's everyone's favorite girl in this show. There's not one bad thing I can say about her. Kind, pure. She's like Ren in the big sister department, because Ren got a little sister, she got 2 brothers. The difference is, watching this episode, she's more of a motherly than being a sister, big sister. But I'm gonna get to that later. So, you kick things off with Ren and Seina on a train together, and Ren is on Seina's shoulder to a point when she said, "I love you." Out of the gate, and I'm like, wait a minute. Off the gate, I'm thinking to myself, is this happening? Like, did we skip something? Is this episode like the first thing goes to this? Is that how it is? It's like, did I press the wrong button? Is this the ending credits of it? No, that moment in the opening was just like, okay, it's one of those episodes where we're gonna see how it got to this moment. Like, how the hell that got to this moment where she told Ren while she was sleeping, "I love you," which gets us to this. So now we see Ren watching Mai performing her fashion runway part vibe, being mature with her big red lips, and then kissed her behind the scenes. I lost track of how many times Mai kissed Ren. I'd have lost track. I'd say 5 or 6 times that I've seen Ren and Mai kiss. I think it's about 6 times Mai and Ren kissed. I could be wrong. I don't know. I lost track of that. They kiss. This is why I ship. This is why I like the ship, because not because it's obvious, but it's like, damn, how many times, if we see them kissing so many times, that goes to show you this is real. Again, excuse me for the glareness. Just bear with me as I explain it. Okay, so, but again, now we got to see Ren and her little sister's friends talking about, oh, they like Mai and all that stuff. They're friends with Mai. I'm looking at this and I'm like, Ren's little sister's friends are just like Satsuki and Mai, because they have the same hair color and all that stuff. I'm like, are you sure they're not Mai and Satsuki's sisters? Because the way they're like the same hair color, I'm like, wait a minute, they're the same. They look the same. They look the same. Now we got to see this other side of Sena. Remember, Sena is so pure and innocent. I mean, you can't hate that. You really can't. So Sena asks Ren to hang out at her house, and those two has gotten really close. I mean, Ren likes Sena of like, again, looking at Sena is like true beauty. If you sit next to her, she will light up a fire in your heart, saying, she's so pure and innocent. I love it. Sat down close, and then we got to introduce her brothers. Like, she didn't mention her two brothers, and it's just looking at looking at Sena and Ren together, not only with her two brothers. It's just, I'm looking at them. They're like a family. Looking at those two, they're like a family. They're like a couple. They have a family together. I'm just seeing it. Because think about it. You got the two brothers. You got Sena's two brothers and Ren playing the video game together. And you got Sena just like being like, I will say, kind of like the father / mother. It's got, I don't know. It just, looking at it, it's just like, I'm looking at this as like, Sena's the mother, Ren's the father, and the two brothers are their kids. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking at. It's like, they playing just like a family would. And then Sena wants Ren all for herself, because she never have a moment to be like all by herself. Because if you go back to all the arcs, Mai got Ren to all by herself. Satsuki got Ren by herself. Now it's Sena's turn. Sena's like, this is my arc. I want her to have me. This is my arc. I want Ren. So as little siblings, they hogging all the fun. You want to have fun, that shit. And for Sena, it's like, just literally like, no, this is mine. No, you two go to your room. This is my girl. This is my friend. This one. Like, she lashes out. Remember, we never seen her in a moment where she's shouting out all that, with like showing true signs of affection towards Ren. You know what I mean? Yeah, we seen it, but for her to like lash out, she's like, no, like that just told you like she really, really loves Ren. And then, she got some alone time with Ren, because of her brothers interfere, but still it was fun to see. And then Sena wants to run away. She wants to run away. This is a runaway arc for Sena. This is a runaway Sena arc, because it's like each girl right now has its own type of vibe in terms of their arc. Like Mai's arc was being lonely. This was a lonely Mai arc. Satsuki's arc it's Satsuki's arc, but more like a revenge towards Mai arc. This is a revenge arc. Now this right here is the runaway Sena arc, And then Ren's just thinking about like, okay, she's worried about Sena. She might turn into a gal. Now, Sena as a gal, let's be honest. Sena as a gal, not really my top. She'd be a top 10 gal if I were to look at Sena as a gal, because first of all, she ain't better than the Hokkaido gals who's super adorable. The Hokkaido gals? She ain't better than them. And she damn well ain't better than Marin Kirigawa from My Dress Up Darling. And she ain't better than Yuzu from Citrus. In terms of gals. So she ain't that type of gal. No. But she's worried about her. She's worried about Sena. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to travel with you. So having trouble not knowing the truth about mine, because we don't know nothing about Sena. Every person has a backstory. Mai has a backstory. Satsuki has a backstory. But what about Sena? What do we know about Sena's backstory? What's her backstory to a point where we're like, oh my God, we feel bad? Mai and Satsuki's backstory explain everything when they were childhood friends, and each of them had their own goals or whatnot. What is Sena? We all know Sena is a motherly / big sister to the siblings. But what's her real goal? So Ren leaving to Satsuki's advice, asking questions about making questions the more comfortable way. Seina wants to be more, not lonely, but more outgoing, more woman-like than being a friend. She wants to be more woman-like, being on her own own 2 feet, that kind of thing. And I get that, but Ren is trying to make sure she has a great time, because Seina never been like a traveling person. She always goes to the same places, but never been like trying out new places, new things to make her like be more open round, be more open around things, and I get that. I get that. That's why Ren is trying to make sure she has the best time of her life, because again, Seina never had like a good time of her own. It's always doing things repeatedly, but not like having things you want to do. So for Ren, it's like, okay, Seina, we're gonna make sure you have a great time, no running away. We're gonna make sure you have a great time and everything will go out okay. And then that scene where she's holding hands, when she was holding hands with Seina, the hand's so warm, like it's like, and it's getting tighter. That they're gonna, Ren is making sure she has a good time. Not only that, Seina was gonna invite Mai to the hot springs. That's the thing. The whole plan was a trip for Seina to invite Mai. The whole plan was for Seina to invite Ren to the hot springs. But instead of the hot springs, it just took her to like places that she already went. That's the thing. It's just Ren is the girl that's gonna change everything about Seina, to a point where Seina is gonna be more open up, and we're gonna see more about that next week in this runaway Seina arc. But we'll see. Overall, this was a good episode. I mean, this just showed you a little more brightness of Seina. We got to see the opposite side of Seina as we go on with this, and it's perfect because now that I hope we get this arc where Seina and Ren are ready to. I'm not gonna jinx this, but something tells me either Mai or Satsuki is gonna be involved with this, because Satsuki's already got involved with like texting Ren about questions about knowing Seina. So Ajisai. So let's see where this goes. I like Mai. I hope she doesn't interfere, but let's see. But anyway, seeing those two holding hands together, it just shows you something. The ship is real. The ship is so real for this one. I mean, they probably gonna kiss twice. Probably one or twice. We don't know. Maybe. Because Satsuki kissed Ren like 3 times. So I hope they're gonna kiss somewhat in the end. Let's see where this goes. It's probably one of those like kiss moments where Ren sleeps on the shoulder and Setsuna where Ren sleep on the shoulder and then Seina's gonna kiss Ren while she's sleeping. It's gonna happen. But I look forward for next week's episode of it, and I'm sure you will.